swimming pool, and everybody loved it out here. Everybody has absolutely loved it out here. I'll tell you another thing that's very nobody mentions or knows anymore. He never came out here, but he worked at the Washington place. How about Joe Teasdale, the former governor? He was a prefect at 3010 Washington. Joe and I used to sit up at night and drink bourbon while he was studying.
In the Monsignor's house?
No, at 3010 Washington.
At 3010 Washington.
I was the bartender. I would, late at night when he was studying for his bar exam, I'd bring a couple of bourbons. We'd sit there and talk. Yeah, it's Joe Teasdale he was something. I don't think he ever came out to the camp, but back then they called them prefects, whatever that means. That was Monsignor Byrne's word, which meant something. You were in charge. You answered the phone. When it was time to go to bed, you turned the lights out.
Was there a chapel here that burned?
It was, oh God, it was way up on a bluff.
I know the location, but can you tell me about it?
The only thing I know, it burnt before I even came here.
Mm-hmm.
And what it was used for before then, I'm not sure. I'm not real sure, but it was burnt, I think, back in the 50s.
Have you seen the 1957 dormitories and things that are up there now?
If it was built in 1957, of course I know.
Oh, okay, you have seen them then.
I've seen the whole place. I've seen the whole place. It, like I said, it was like 10 bunk beds down one side, 10 down. You could hold 40 kids.
What was the food like? What'd you eat?
The food was absolutely beautiful. And Miss Belle Elam was one of the best cooks I have ever seen in my life. When she got off on the weekend, guess who had to cook? For all them kids. For all them kids. There was another fellow named Charlie Brockle. Him and I used to pitch in and fix bacon, eggs. We used to have to cook for him because the cook was off. I mean, you got to give him some time off. And but we had fun doing it. We had fun doing it.
What did the boys do all day?
Oh my! They got up in the morning. They had little chores to do, and sometimes the Monsignor would make them all go to mass. Everybody hated that. But then after that, the pool was open. You could go swimming. We had one heck of a ball team. We never got beat. Never got beat.
Who did you play against?
We'd get a hold of St. Joe Hill, and they would round up their people, and they would go around the neighborhood and round up people in the neighborhood to play against us. They were never any good. They were never, none of them could beat us.
The ball field was still there when I moved here in 1998, and the backstop fell down maybe about 6-7 years ago. But I knew it was a ball field.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of games were played there. A lot of games were played there. And like I said, we didn't lose. They would bring in older people and say, "Well, we're gonna bring in a bunch of old people to take on these kids." Didn't work. Didn't, but we still beat them.
You must have had like hiking and crafts and things like that too?
No, not really. Sometimes they would put on plays.
Oh.
Like My Fair Lady, Sound of Music.
But they were all guys.
Dress them up anyway. Any way you want to. Dress them up any way you want. No, they used to do that. I used to type up all the lyrics for them to study. Not too many of us could type. But I used to type up the lyrics for them to study in that. And the Monsignor would come up and he'd watch them shows.
Of course he would.
Oh, he had to. And I think he had as much fun as the kids did putting it on. I think he did. But we would always have, the swimming pool, is it still there?
The pool is still there. It's abandoned, but it's still there. And the cabana is also there, damaged by a fallen tree, but it's still there. Would you like to walk down or drive partway down?
I'd rather drive.
Okay. All right.
Get around to, I'm 72 years old. And I've had more surgeries than I care to